we're not. I don't know if this is camera appropriate, but we're not fucking around.
It's no longer playing for fun, which I guess it's more of the bedroom stuff. It's important to win. It's important to try to innovate things that were never done before, and that's what makes it a super high stressful environment of a competition, just like any sports competition.
Just like any other sport at the highest level, every single detail matters. Every detail, how you sleep, how you move on a daily basis, because when you go to the game, you need to be able to focus. We practice for 5-6 hours a day in a team environment. If you can't focus for 5-6 hours a day, then you are not going to get the most out of the practice.
So right now at 11 on a Tuesday, the team will be coming back from the gym. We have them go to the gym to do some physical therapy and just to get their bodies moving twice a week. They'll be coming in around 11:15 to eat. Today we'll be scrimming a team called Cloud9, which just qualified for the World Championship. So we're gonna be practicing and thinking about how we're gonna take the next two matches, which we have Thursday and Sunday, and how we're gonna use our practice time to figure out what we need to improve, what the other teams are improving, and how we can kind of, just offset any differences that will come over the next 2 or 3 days. Chef Heidi provides 2 meals for us every single day. We try to make sure that it's something balanced and healthy. We get notes from the players on what they like, what they don't like, how we can improve.
Nutrition, when it comes to the energy that you're getting, and the ability to keep going through the nutrition, is something that we need to take care of.
Good morning. This is Gabe. He's one of the players. This is one of the first articles I think we had written about us. It's all about coaching in esports and how that was a crazy concept at one point. And it still is a crazy concept. This is like a viewing area. If we have matches on during the day, sometimes the staff will just gather to watch our team play here. And this would be the merch room. Well, we don't say merch, we say apparel. This would be our editing bay. So we have a really large team of editors. With 19 titles, you have to have a lot of editors constantly going through footage because every game has a different audience that wants to see their players. So this is our coaching section. This is where we have our assistant coach, our head coach, and our assistant coach. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. It makes me feel like Batman. These are screens that have access to every single one of the players' individual point of views. It makes our analysis way more on point. It makes it much easier to notice the small things and have quicker reviews, because instead of having to go, oh, you said this, but you said that this happened. Well, why don't we go to each of your individual perspectives on these screens and we can see what both of you saw.
Everyone at this level plays very similar, very well. So any lead that you can get, even outside of the game, because they just already give it all inside of the game, is good. In terms of physical therapy, obviously, if you're starting to have any back pain, neck pain, wrist pain, which is very common since we are sitting on a computer for a long time, can make you less focused while you're practicing, so it's something that we need to take care of.
This is the rest of the Pro Lab. Physical therapy here twice a week, and we have Team Alex, who is ex-military, who makes sure the guys are moving, checks how everyone's body movement's going.
Something that some teams do, and we started doing, or we were doing it especially at the start, is controlling sleep. The amount of sleep that you get and the quality of the sleep that you get. It's still an area that is very underexplored, but for our field becomes very important because it's all about the brain.
So these are our streaming pods. Liquid, as well as having competitive esports, has a lot of streamers. This is the dark side of the moon scrim room. This is where the LCS team or the main team scrims. They're here pretty much every day from 12 to 6 minimum. Typically, most of them spend a lot longer.
League of Legends is kind of a complex game. There's a lot of characters, a lot of champions, and part of practice is figuring out what are the best champions, not just for the game itself, but for you as a team. So when we're scrimming and practicing, we're testing different compositions of champions, how they interact with each other, how they interact with what their opponents are doing, to figure out how we best can prepare for the week. Mainly what I do is, one, is what we're trying to achieve, is that actually coming to fruition in the game. The second part is our fundamentals in the game. There are certain parts of the game where it's very, very important that all 5 members understands how to play a certain sequence out in the game strategically. So a lot of what I look at is every member moving in the right positions, making sure that everyone is on the same page.